What's up, everybody? This is Paulio Jr. and I'm officially announcing my retirement from Amazon Flex. Oh shit! I've been doing it for quite a few months. A lot of props to people who have done it for an extended period of time. But yeah, that was my last over the last couple weeks. Definitely have not been feeling Amazon Flex. So I don't know. I really don't like speaking in a negative manner. So it may just be me. I don't know. It is what it is, and it's like any other job where, once you start working there for a little bit, you know what you're getting into, and then ultimately the decision is up to you on whether you want to move forward, and move away from that company or whatever you're doing at the moment and going somewhere else. So, because I really wanted to make like a bash video. I'm really trying not to swear right now. So now this is just for me personally, and I'm sure there's people out there who are better equipped for driving all the time and so forth. And for a while I was doing Amazon and Lyft at the same time, and was just out the entire day. Then I was just doing Amazon deliveries, and then I was just doing the Whole Foods deliveries, and then that started to feel a little bit easier because the Whole Foods I was going to wasn't as it wasn't as competitive as trying to find blocks and so forth, and now that one's just become totally oversaturated, and the second closest facility to me is 30 miles away. So, and then you're just doing the stop and go when you're doing the shifts. Yeah, granted, you can get done in a certain period of time. So I guess it really is on the individual and how well they can adjust to rushing and so forth. And in another life years ago, I used to be really good at rushing, at doing things, and then over the last 3 to 5 years, I just didn't like doing it anymore. I didn't like how it felt in my body, and I know I don't have to rush doing this and so forth, but I realized since I started doing Amazon that I really started to rush going. When I could get a block that I actually wanted, that I was rushing while I was doing it and so forth, and then trying to pick up the next block and blah blah blah, and then sitting there doing the refresh wrap and all that good stuff, and it just became it's really just become an annoyance. I've read they have like all those message boards for Amazon drivers and Uber drivers and Lyft drivers and anything else you can think of, and you hear a lot of people say they get burnout. And for me, what I personally noticed was me getting a little bit more aggressive on the road, and it just kind of slowly happened, and I was kind of aware of it, and then then it just got to a point where I was just kind of letting it take over and so forth. I can't speak as far as it is what it is. Like how they set up the blocks and when they release them, and how oversaturated it is. Of when you're trying to grab blocks and so forth. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But and if you're into it and you can do it, and without without trying not to get aggravated, pissed off during the day, which you really feel is since you're kind of on, you are picking your own blocks and so forth, you don't really feel like you're like, okay, well, this is just me being self-employed and so forth. And like, yeah, I guess technically you don't have to rush and so forth, but sometimes you just it just kind of kicks in. So especially driving all day, we'll just do it to you. It's really, really bizarre. So, because I've definitely since driving, doing multiple stops a day and so forth has kind of like embedded this, like started to embed this aggressive driving behavior again. So I personally still think their hourly wage is crap. I might bash on them a little bit. I might shit on them a little bit, but on Amazon, are they the most? And you know what? It was like I remember like watching videos of just like people talking about YouTube, and they'd be like, "Oh man, they did something really well," and then it was like they would just go back to doing something stupid. And then I've just been having this love-hate relationship with Amazon Flex. It's really bizarre. I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, okay, yes, it's a really cool idea and so forth, and blah blah. And then as I went forward, I was just like, oh man, these are terrible shifts and hours and so forth. And then they started doing the Whole Foods thing, and that kind of got better, a little bit. And then that just became those shifts became almost impossible. You have to be like a sniper now to actually get a freaking shift. Even trying to use those automatic clickers and so forth, and people even have there's these developer apps where you can basically just grab the shift as soon as it is available. You just grab it right off the Amazon server immediately. It's absolutely crazy. And even doing that, it's like some of these people, man, it's just insane. And I felt as I started getting more into doing the Whole Foods blocks, that's what it started to become. It was like I was just sitting there hitting refresh and refresh and refresh, and and I was just like, man, and I started driving. I was like, fuck, man, I hate this. Like, I was like, I fucking hate this. And I could see how it would be like, if someone's doing it, let's say, like on the weekends or part-time or something like that, whenever they had free time, they're like, just go out and that kind of stuff. I think when you're doing it like that, you feel more comfortable doing it. But I feel like when you're trying to make that your sole source of income, that you get a little frustrated. And that's all. I mean, it's all involuntary. You're not, hopefully nobody's like consciously trying to get, flustered and so forth. I mean, I would think if I was going to do driving, it would just be like from like point A to point B, done, and that's it. That would be cool. I think that would be a really cool like driving career. And I did mention in a previous video about how not to rely on Amazon Flex as your. I mean, I guess you can. You know, if maybe you're living by yourself, or your expenses are really low, but just not relying on Flex as your sole income, because it's just not. It's really not feasible, especially with them maxing out the 40-hour mark and so forth. And but yeah, man, you're just gonna do so much. You're gonna do so much driving, and even though yes, you get to write off the expenses, on your car, even like repairs and stuff like that. I mean, you were gonna like I got this car and I put 11,000 miles on it in like less than 3 months, mostly doing Amazon. So, oh my god, yeah. So, like what I want to say is like, fuck you, Amazon. That's what I want to say. But their system is their system. It's just like anything else. If you don't want to do it, then you go and you work. You find something else to do. So I can't blame Amazon. Do I agree with a lot of what Amazon does? Absolutely not. But am I aware of what's happening? Absolutely. Yeah, no question. So this is my last day doing Amazon. I just got finished my last shift. I'm done. I'm out. I am personally not I'm personally not equipped with that driving gene, whatever that is. So, I think the only way I could do this all day is if I was like fucked up. If I was high or something, that would be like the only way I could like go through and do Amazon all day. But I gotta let it go, because it's becoming it's not the source, but it's becoming it's becoming kind of a source for a little disruptivity in just in my body and so forth. And I can see the effects of like driving for too long. And I never thought I would say that, like, oh man, like I've been driving all day. And I'm like, damn, like I got a lot of respect for the people like who are just out all day delivering and so forth. And and I feel like it's more because they have to than they want to. And it's unfortunate, and I'm glad I'm in a position where I can say, okay, this isn't what I want to do. It doesn't feel right in my system. I don't like how I get when I am doing the deliveries. I do not like the competitive. I don't like feeling competitive, because it makes me feel too overstimulated, and trying to get blocks and so forth, and then it's just not a good call. So maybe something on the side to do or something like that. But yeah, for me, just put me in the middle of nowhere, and maybe I'll, who the hell knows. But yeah, that's really it. As far as everyone who is driving, what's funny is I've talked to. I went up to the facility that I used to go to a lot, and just so we're all clear, I deliver out of Pennsylvania, out of Philadelphia. So yeah, cool in the beginning, got weird, got a little bit better, and now it's just weird again. So hourly rate is definitely not high enough. You're gonna tear the hell out of your vehicle, no question. Like I said, it's cool to write off gas and all that good stuff, but if you find a job that's closer, you're not really gonna have to worry about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm just kind of rambling here, but yeah, I don't. This is like the final one, and like the final video for Amazon. I hope is what you call. Yeah, I'm definitely done with it. Definitely am over it. So it was cool to try out, but Amazon Flex, you pay like shit. You got to get better employees, at least at the where you're actually picking up packages, not not from Whole Foods. You definitely get better employees there. Not all of them are bad, but you see people going in there all the time to record. Jesus Christ. You see people go in and out of there, looking for or doing interviews and so forth. It's absolutely crazy. And you just see them getting off the public transportation, and then you see them walking up, and then you just see a slew of people like every other day when you're up there going in for interviews, because the turnover rate is so high, at least for the people who actually work for Amazon. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, I can definitely admit it and say that my at least at the present moment, I am not one to. As soon as I start finding something that starts to make me feel agitated and out of sorts and so forth, then that's when I have to call it quits. So this is me signing out. That's really it. Gotta find a real job, man. Can't do this stupid bullshit. But not even like a regular 9-to-5 job, but something that's like really lucrative. So, yeah, good luck in whatever city you're in. Philadelphia is so oversaturated, it's insane. If you live close to a station, it might be a little bit easier where there are a lot of shifts available. I'm just not doing a 60-mile round trip, just going to the facility and then going back, and that it's not even including going away from the facility to do the deliveries. So, but yeah, man, I'm out. Peace. Fuck Amazon. No, it's not fuck Amazon, but that's just how I feel right now. That's where that's where the anger is being projected towards is towards Amazon, because I really did want it to work with Amazon, as an independent contractor. So luckily I can just stop and be done. And maybe if I'm bored one day I can pick up a shift. But until next time, that is all I have. Yeah, I just got out of a ton of traffic, so I just really holding back on just not punching my phone right now. So I'm gonna go inside and go breathe and just not touch that Amazon Flex app for a very long time. Hopefully never again. So thank you guys for watching. Good luck to everybody, like I said, in all the different cities, if you are continuing down this road. So, but hopefully you don't get to that point where it feels as though you're like you just don't want to do it anymore. Like it seems it is very easy and so forth, but as far as the factors of getting frustrated on being able to deliver certain packages, having to go back to the station, and so forth, running out of the door. Yeah, no good. It's no good. It's not good for anybody. It's not healthy. So I'm getting rid of that unhealthy behavior by uninstalling Amazon Flex and getting the fuck out of there. So thanks for watching. That's all I got. I don't even remember what I said. So I will see you guys in the next video. It won't be about Amazon Flex. Hopefully it won't be. And yeah, that's it. Peace. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to make sure I did not end whatever the hell that was on whatever you just watched on a negative note. It has just been in my experience that once something starts to become, once it starts feeling like there's too much effort involved with it, then it's time to leave that situation, whether it be an occupation whether it be a relationship, whatever the case may be. Once it starts to feel like, you're tightening up, and you're just like, oh my God, like this is just terrible, and it's just, that it's unhealthy and so forth. Then it's time to just let that go. If it really doesn't feel effortless, and it doesn't feel genuine, and it doesn't feel organic, and it doesn't feel like it's coming from somewhere that's true, then I say drop it. And that's just me. So it's not even about, being lazy. It's not that people are lazy by nature. It's just they haven't found whatever that is, either, whether it be internal or just something that, yeah, I mean, I guess it would be internal, that's making them want to keep doing whatever they're doing. So didn't want to end it on on a totally negative note. So Amazon's doing this thing. I have a lot of respect for Jeff Bezos and what he's done with that company, from turning it from selling books online to this multi-billion-dollar company that's like will probably hit, be worth in the trillions sooner or later, and even him as well be worth over $1 trillion. So props to him. They have tons of stuff to work on, but everything's a learning experience. So, and yeah, that's yeah. There you go. There's my life lesson of the day. You're welcome. So, if it doesn't feel, like I said, if it doesn't feel like authentic, organic, genuine, effortless, it's just, oh, you feel it, then then it's time to drop it, or just time to work on yourself. That's it. So, yeah. All right. Now I'm out. See you guys.